Wassail Part 2. So, the iPad's charging, but also when you do a live video, it takes about 17 hours for YouTube to accept it. Even though you can watch it now, my iPad will be out of action. So, I'm doing this on my phone. Thank you all for joining me for that live. I have done one for so long. So let's return to Abracasamba's reading. So we have that energy of something new coming in to the core, or see, I can't even do sound healing things now to check melodies because I've only got the phone. And you had this big crash with these energies behind, and then we got to the runes, the ceramics. So what did I want to say on the ceramics? We have man, we have earth grip. You see, that's interesting. I want to put that, I want to hold that beneath there. There's something here about what belongs to the earth belongs to the earth, but there's some, this is the energy of this third awakening. Oh, interesting. So look, there's a purge without outside, that if you put that together, it creates a future. But this is also, this energy here is wanting to fit on here. This third awakening is something within your core, or in the core ore of the earth, the vitriol. This is some kind of, oh yes, see, awakening the untamable magic in the heart of the earth grid. So, first awakening, ancestral healing. Second awakening, galactic healing. Third awakening, and I don't think you have to do the second before the third, but your pulse of the earth, pulse of the earth is what I'm hearing. Abracasamba, pulse of the earth. Wow. That's this drumming energy that I heard at the beginning. So when I was very young, oh look, it came out upside down because it wants to say that it's not that it's less of an energy. It's the void. It's this space within the dark of the planet. The dark of the planet. That's got a lot to do with these incoming solar eclipse tunnel, first 6 columns, practicing things in darkness, exploring things in darkness, to come up with these new sparkling narratives, this transformation from triangle to diamond. It's like there's a Gununga gap, a space inside the earth. Excuse me, I'm burping now. It's playful, magnet. It's a universal soul attraction. This is an energy, it's natural philosophy. You are esoterically entangled to some kind of cosmic playtime. 3868, and then here, interesting Sappho. You see, this is coming across as you and the Earth's core. You and the Earth's core playing, tuning, creating new rhythms, big passionate energy. So Sagittarius, Aries and Leo are relevant here. Primordial, thought changer. Again, look. If we look at this, turn it this way, it's almost like you're going in and splitting open the Earth's core to materialize 5-5. It's like an upgrade from 4-4 to 5-5. So the inner Earth void frequency explored in darkness and then transformed and materialized. Let's get a rune to end. It's really interesting. Apple bearer, to bear the fruits. 49, which is a 13. It's a divine frequency. So this is apparently the part of the poem that you need to focus on, that you will learn inside this core of the earth. Not every branch is pure, nor every idea worthy of fruiting a thought into a seed to be passed on and planted. Odin cuts himself down too early. Thor does not repeat his father's path. He walks towards Yor, the destiny, releasing his ancestral past to blossom, mature and be his own apple bearer. So going inside the earth to fruit new seeds, but to fruit new rhythms, new magic, there's all kinds of incredible energy waiting for you inside the earth's core. Beautiful. So, Abracasamba, that is your reading, and I'm going to push on. Wassail Shinatka, ya-da-da-dee-da-dee-da-da. I'm getting camel train on the Silk Road. Overburdened with an overburdened camel train. That's how it just seems to want to come out. So, Moon in Leo. I love Moon in Leo. This is being in tune with some new creative impulse. Wow. This is gorgeous. So Eros, the ultimate panacea, going through the air, going through the edit. And then Fallen, so kind of like things that will come to pass. Wow, look, birthing instinctual trust, Hamea, and Salt, magical materialization. So this is a 5 and this is a 5-5. So there's a triple power number 5. transformative energy, materializing something, but pushing it, birthing it through this new, right, so you're birthing some new creative endeavor. It's been sitting in your mind, in your heart, but your heart is editing, transforming the frequency of it. Quite bravely. So I am harmonious, elegantly dignified, so beloved. I am love. I am beloved and I am loved. The healing frequency. Love is the universal constant behind all things. And then I am knowledgeable. Archangel Raphael. Air enters the lungs to oxygenate the blood. What is this creative project? I mean, I'm seeing a pen on paper. And I mean a pen, not a computer. I'm seeing scribing. I'm seeing, I don't know, you see, I want to say Sanskrit, but it's not Sanskrit. It's some kind of alphabet used to describe a language, or symbolism used to describe emotions. Some project working with, I want to say scribing on paper, inking on paper, using the hands creatively to give a message. It doesn't have to be writing. It could be sculpting. It's hand activated creativity. Something taking form in the real world. You birthing something creative. I am creative. I am materializing. So here you have explosive creative inspiration. I am creative. I am materializing. I want to say creating. Hermea has this gift. She generates timeless, unseasonal harvests. I want to say somehow that you're creating a harvest almost like from nothing. That's why I think it was being shown as words on paper. Deeds from the mind materialized. But it doesn't have to be that. It could be you're making art from things that have been discarded. But you're understanding a kind of loving thread that most people wouldn't witness. So let's go. Here we've got, it's interesting, this is moon, recognize, but this is not talking about recognizing the emotions. This is about recognition. It's never done that before. There's a divinely inspired frequency behind this creative project that seeks recognition. It's not there yet because there's no 6. But it's a 2. Untamable freedom in artistic exploration. And then 7-4, Gederung, harvest. This is it being harvested in a world of many. And then we have 30, Aether, Feor, dragon lines, wormholes. This energy coming towards you is coming from different dimensions. And it's inspiring a creativity in you that has to be recognized. I see earth grip, clay, sculpture, but it's also about going through a dryness, an energy where you see, it's interesting. The next card is Flursa, which is to do with fertility, but there's something about this that's talking about moving past the energy of biological fertility to become creatively fertile. See, you've got 1313 here. I need some more. There's something also about the idea of having maybe been through a dry patch of like, not writer's block, but creative block, and it's flowing again. Oh, that's a bit too many. There is one, East, 11. There's something here about stripping back, changing your relationship to what you functionally need, refining. It feels very personal, but there is something of menopausal energy in this. I'm sorry if that's a bit too personal. Oh, we got Gutton. But there is something here about this process is the thing that's creating the new creativity, the flow of artistry has something to do with moving through into a new phase of existence. You see, I want to say the creative crone. It's really weird, the energy I'm picking up. It's the empowerment of it. And then candle. Again, I'm getting this energy of the ending of fertility is the birth of fecundity, is the creative flow. It's awakening. This energy that you're passing through at the moment is creating so much creative potential. Always a subject I don't like to bring up. It's always a subject that feels uncomfortable because I know nothing about it. And yeah, that is the message that's coming through, so I'll just have to speak it. This is a restoration of health. I feel as though there's been a frequency during fertility or during your recent years that has caused some kind of discomfort, and that now that's going. There's something about, I don't know, I want to kind of say there was a discomfort in the frequency of fertility, and now you're being restored to an energy of creative fecundity. And all of your ancestors are around you. You're being called into like your celebrated future. Heimferald. This is your journey home. This moment that this moment of, I want to say just aging, they're all words that we find uncomfortable, but this is the moment of youthfulness. It's like a reversal. All your creativity is returning to you. As you're moving through time, you're going backwards in terms of your mystical, magical, creative, inspirational abilities. As you age, they're becoming more refined. They're awakening. That's this frequency that seems to be coming out now. It's amazing. So because we've got over here, I've got musical alchemy cards with a rune on the top. I'm going to put on the rune cards, I'm going to put a musical alchemy card on the top. Incredible. This is the moment of your life force. You see, you think it's going in the other direction, but it isn't. Your life force is rushing towards you to awaken and greet your creativity. It's a wonderful energy. That's so fascinating. The Radiant Trombone Octet. These 8 ancestors standing around you are putting in all of your happy keys to bring about this creative transformation. A blazing core purpose. Identifying frequency of life and luminosity. It's almost like I am dull, I am radiant. So you believe somehow that as you're moving through your life path, you're becoming more dull, but you're becoming more radiant. As you move through your life path, you feel like you're becoming more reckless, but you're becoming more animated. It's just so fascinating. The door to darkness is ajar, but that's because you need to see the Trinity of life, which is dawn, noon, and dusk. Dawn when the sun comes up, noon when it reaches its high point, dusk as it sinks below the surface. This is so regenerative, so renewing. So I'm gonna add a ceramic to those two, because it feels like, it really feels like wonderfully balanced energy. 34. Unanchor to anchor. Troth to yourself, calc. And then on this side, it begins again. Life begins. You see, there was a life begins at 60, 50, 40. Whatever age you're at right now, life begins. Fecundity begins. Creativity begins. the ultimate panacea, joy, love begins. It begins now. That's really beautiful. Energy, imagining something and the very opposite being the truth. Wow. Amazing. So, there's your reading. It's really gorgeous. Really, really gorgeous. Wassail, wassail, genie. I can't hear the tune. I'm seeing Larry Hagman obviously now in my head. I was thinking genie in a bottle and all of that kind of stuff. But I can't remember the theme tune. I never really watched the programme, but it just came into my head. So, what's the opening message, please? For Genie, Genie, Genie. You have 1, 2, 3 in the deck that are like things you can't yet see. And you have one down here that flew out. Genie, be healed. The 13-string lyre of Olympus. So I'm seeing harpistry. Nickel attracts fluidity. I am healed, the teacher of heroes, standing in your full truth. Aligning your nervous system and spine, easing neurological pathways between body and mind, acceptance of primal wounds. And then here we have Make Make, sextile, and air. So this is the thing you can't see. So Make Make is the timbre of the natural world, the well-tempered warrior. I feel like there's something here saying what you can't see is how you can be healed. I don't mean how to do it, how to just embody it, how to just accept it, how to just be healed. Right, so Mayday, Green Man, the natural world, maypole dancing, very strong frequency there. Yeah, it's this, all this kind of daffodils and greens, springtime, early May, summertime. Something of the Morris dancer. Actually, I want to say clog dancer. Excuse me, I just burped then as I said that. Clog dancing. There's something of the community of weavers is what I'm hearing. It could also be early Dutch. Seeing Dutch hats and clogs. Originally I thought the clogs were the north of England. But I'm seeing something to do with Holland. Interesting, you see, I said weavers, but it's that's more to do with like a group of Dutch women stitching, but not clothing, decorative. An interesting. There was a strong energy of something hidden, something secretive, something that couldn't quite be accepted. So here, this energy of this stitching is coming across as I said, decorative. It immediately flashed into my mind that you shouldn't be having something decorative. You need to edit that thought away. There's something here of a forced transition from an ornate religious history, growing up period, to the creation of a more puritanical, that could just be in the energy of your ancestor line here. That could be what I'm picking up. It doesn't have to be Dutch. It's just that's the way it's being shown. It could be Flemish. It could be anywhere. But it's that notion of moving from a very outlandish, colourful, celebratory religion to one that's much less free. I mean, that could be going from, like, it's like it's an energy that continues. So this could be going from the ancient Rome of many gods to Catholicism or to Orthodoxy. This is about a restriction on spiritual freedom is what's coming through here. So let's get an understanding on why we're picking that up for you, Jeannie. See, I want to say second kitchen, and that's again a Dutch reference. Like, you show, there's something in this energy which is about the face that a woman is expected to show and the truth of the frequency with those in the know. I don't want to necessarily say they're your family or siblings, because families and siblings can put as much pressure on each other to conform. This is about breaking free, flirtatious opportunities of life, of spiritual pathways, of joys. Really interesting. So what fell on Chiron, really strongly on Chiron, is thorn, the difficult pathway. What's behind it? 12. 12 can be many things. It can be the societal patriarchy enforcing things, a little bit hierophant, 12 frequency, ordered. But it's also about genuine needs that we have, genuine feelings within our heart that have been here suppressed in your ancestral lineage. I'm not saying, tear your clothes off and run out and do something wild, but there's something of that energy of like, for the hell of it sort of frequency. I'll show you. It's also interesting that beyond the pathway, the 66 and the 22 makes an 88. That's self-actualized salvation. That's to be healed. There's something here of like a misconception that you can be healed and be done. Like that's a long worn energy in your ancestral line. Something about, oh, the work's never done. You see, I'm also being drawn to this 5-8. 5-8 in the Liffruma deck is Liffruma. It is love, the source of love. But there's some kind of notion here about connecting. Oh my God, there's a magpie right there. And it was really this blue down the back of it. So there's this energy of it's not so black and white. It is. It's exactly that. It's black and white and it's shiny blue because it's you, your truth, the truth of you. There's a phrase which is, you don't use a hammer to crack a nut. If you're patient, you soak it in the emotions and then you can peel off the shell quite easily. But here there's an energy which is just sledgehammer it. Don't eat the nut if you don't want to. You know, being asked to be patient is the cause of the difficulty in the first place, because that was a deception. That's an energy that needs editing. Okay, so ceramics. $75 Hengatru review. See, this is so interesting. It comes across in many different meanings. It's the story of Odin hanging up from the Yggdrasil tree, sacrificing his eye for knowledge. And there's an energy here, not saying what would you sacrifice to live authentically yourself, healed and happy and flirty somehow. It's more sod the sacrifice. That's the sort of energy. What are you willing to sacrifice? Nothing. Everything. And here comes the magpie, just ran up the other side. There's nothing needs sacrificing anymore. That's a deception. There's something about the healing here which is just accepting desires, needs, wants, things that have been denied, and just saying, I deserve. That's coming across. And then look, you've got Ophalagu. That's the energy of the highest cosmic energetic gift that the deities can give to you. But it's also an energy that talks about perfect mirroring in others. So almost there's like an entire, like an other family, but they are the family you already know. Friends, acquaintances. If you can just become your Ophalagu, if you can just tune into the truth of you, they will do the same and mirror it back, because you're no longer projecting restriction. So Hod. Hod is working out how we're going to swoop and achieve and accept something, but it's also this energy of a bejeweled, gorgeous, energetic world we've yet to quite witness. And then it ends with the water meadow. Ing. So there's a message here that's something to do with Freya. Masculine fertility is actually, for you, it seems to be talking about how it's the divine intention actioned by you alone. That is Freya. That is the fertility. That is the blooming and the blossoming and the healing of the water meadow. So let's just go back to this deck. Musical Alchemy. Galactic Shaman territory. Almost shamed. The galactic shamed territory is what I'm hearing. And that's not real. That's ancestral. This is about singing your song, creating your symphony. Sacred songs of life, creation codes to bliss. It's just Leafshade, cradled in spirit, cradled in nature, cradled in earth. Peace, shelter, wisdom. But you got to choose to pass through that door. That's really interesting. I'm seeing a huge Gifu across here, just waiting. You've already gone through, ancestors have gone through all the necessary discomfort to align with this. This bliss, this newness. It's really quite joyful frequency, but you have to accept the healing. Don't review anymore. Anyone that comes to you with anything that needs attention, it just feels like you now go, I'm really not interested at the moment. You have to go and work that out for yourself. And by doing that, you're reminding yourself that you are the one in charge of your own now moment. Your own future is in your hands. Your meadow blooms when you let it bloom within you. It's lovely. So, Jeannie, that's your message. I hope it resonates. Wassail. Wassail, Natalie. Wassail, Natalie. Leonard Bernstein, Candide Overture, speedy, rapid, fast. Slow down, Natalie. Natalie. So we got some here. Felt like I saw. Night. But I'm hearing night. I'm hearing like a song, but I can't pull the song from the darkness. Interesting. Wow, Ophalagoo. And nutrients, Nide, shadows, the Nide Night. Play on the cymbals, Elias, mana. Ah, this is the night of my life. Something from Kismet. But what am I getting? Like, you can't seem to pull the nutrients from your shadows. It's not like you're not trying. So, darkness like a mood falls, suffocating as it engulfs all emotions, rupturing their splendour, shading all with the heavy hues of fertility. The war rune, the fear tune, the battle hymn, the grim song sung too long. This is about trust, Natalie, believing in yourself enough to gift yourself with this. It's already there waiting for you. Surf the highest oceanic cosmic crest, dancing and breaking at the feet of the Elven Ring, a gift so rare, a mantle to wear, that bears supernatural celestial secrets breathed into your being by Nithogir, the dragon. It's there. I feel like it's even on your shoulders, this gift, this energy. You're wearing it. Why is it not activating, Natalie? What's going on? So I'm going to ask, first of all, about Night Night. Night Night feels like something that's a guarantee in life. We all have a Night Night. It's not Dark Night of the Soul. It's a Night Night. It's just an energy when we can't seem to break into the gloom and pull the thing out that we require. So here we have Mona recognizing emotions. Then we have Tia, ancestral spirit warrior, as in you are the spiritual warrior of the ancestral. See, that's interesting. That's East. So I want to show you this. So you're in this energy here of Tia, the warrior, the compassion giver, the understanding, and then suddenly that point that's helping to drive your direction is gone, and you feel I wanted to kind of say exposed, but it's more you suddenly you feel recognized for being a slight doubting Thomas of your own power. It's there. It's all there. This is the voices somehow around you that are the voice. It's like a choir. You are a choir singing your own Drop a Doubt symphony, maybe. Doesn't have to be that way. So here we got Perth. This is the pear tree. I feel like you're seeing your pear tree in the wrong season. You're imagining your pear tree with a partridge in it and not a load of pears. What are the pears there for? To hang from the tree and to pull down and to mash up and allow them to become perry. There's a fermenting of ideas. Look, if you just caught a load of pears in a bucket, as you mulch them down, there's natural yeasts that will allow them to grow into something else. You are your own natural yeast. I feel like you've done all that is necessary to be corking open a bottle of pear cider and celebrating this achievement. And yet you're still not activating it. So how does Natalie activate this belief in her gifts? Because you're wearing it already, for sure. There's one face up and 3 face down. So the 3 face down are, okay, look, all of the magic that is there on you, in you, around you, in your cells, in the spaces between cells, the weird Hamir energy of love. This is what's stopping it, is old narratives. But these are tunes, these are traditions. Tradition, tradition, partridge in a pear tree, traditions, Christmas, traditions. There's a rigidity in cultural compassing. There are things that have always been done that way, and they're what's stopping you somehow moving into this earth Masion. This is powerful stuff. This is to be the wizard on earth. This is to be, look, all of this. It's all this magic is just there to be feasted upon. It's even coming with the first rune, Theo, wealth, mobile wealth, magical wealth, emotional wealth. But this tradition, the old ways in which blood songs have been sung is over. Those tunes, those rites of passage to hunt and own, to be blood-scented, has died and drained away. Oh, here's the line. Cry and scream and rip ruptured traditions asunder. There's something about the need to explore, you know, maybe a birthday celebration or Christmas celebration just differently. Because then you break the ancestral patterning and that will light up the magic frequency within. Bottom of the deck, Destiny staring at us. So let's get some ceramics on that. This is a very old runic message. I'm getting this feeling it's something to do with, I want to say there's Yuletide, you know, not skip Christmas, but just dig into a different kind of tradition and celebrate the whole festivity anew, because there's something about that lighting up the magic, not just within you, but within others. So here, apple bearer, bearing the fruits. And that's not copying Thor doing it differently to Odin. You need to do these things differently to how your family have done them. 62. Nithogir, Stenkness. I want to say it's a test, but it's a game. It's a game. Try and play the game a little bit differently. Weakened. How the natural world sits and waits. That's like this Ophalagu. It's just sitting there waiting for a newness to switch it on. 55, Etbursten, to burst out, to break free. And then look, this is the Helm of Or, Egelshamir. This is all of your ancestors willing for you to do it differently. They couldn't do it differently. They were caught in traditions. We live in a time where we can write our own stories. We don't have to follow the traditions. See, I want to say there's something in this about how Christmas has always had a changing facade throughout time. Yuletide, early Christmas, the sacredness of it, and then how we've ended up now with the Dickensian version. And it's time. I don't mean it has to be about Christmas. I just mean it has to be about dropping the pressure of traditions and allowing new frequencies in. So I got a card that's caught on me. It's Mooning off a Eucharist, touching God, being given a divine inspiration, embracing source. I am sacred. Yeah, you are sacred. Sacred traditions are not. They're stuck. They're other people's sacredness applied to you. This is about applying your own sacredness. So look, here's the clue. 2-7, Divine 9. 6-3, Divine 9. The divine is you, within you, how you craft you, how you are you, how you behave as you. That's what we're getting here. Oh, I need that deck again. Come on, Natalie, making it up as you go along. What other message do you have for Natalie? Petulant Jinn, change, House 8. After the applause is the transformation. You're already wearing the transformation. I feel like this energy here, bargaining for free will. Who are you bargaining with? Family, society? You make it up as you go along. That's this energy here. Flow. Oh, yeah, see, look. Decompose old patterns. You don't have to do any of the old stories. This is shadow self-boxing. It's a new tune now. Renewing, thinking afresh. Understanding how to be nourished. And it's coming with trine. Decompose the old patterns and move into this wonderful, harmonious frequency. The Viennese waltz. Just be total social enjoyment. Accepting. Divinely unconscious. Because you met God. So now you can be unconscious of all those needs and just flow as you being divine. Inherent symphonic sophistication. That's so gorgeous. Yeah, it's time to wear the truth of you. I'm not saying start your own traditions, but just slip past the old ones is what's coming out. Change the pattern, decompose those patterns, transform them. They'll take all the pressure off and you will feel magical, powerful, and joyfully happy. Try me. So, there you go, Natalie. Traditions, traditions. Defenestrate them. Wassail, Natalie. Wassail, Susan. No idea where that came from. I'm going to do that again. Wassail, Susan. 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 Wassail. So, oh look, I didn't put the ceramic runes back from the last reading. Let me just do that. Right, we're ready, Susan. I might have swapped decks then. So, Musical Alchemy of Astrology opener. Can you see me? It's getting really dark. But I want to get these done and uploaded for you all. You are the lost ones, Susan. Oh, look at you, Susan. Just straight in, fully alchemized. This is true alchemy. True alchemical completeness. Balanced frequencies. The songwriter. The Lady Gate, the 9-9 portal. Being full. That's an amazing opening card. Now it's going all tight-lipped. It's not going to give you anything else. It's just that. I think I should have had a drink before embarking on Susan, Susan, Susan. Okay, so we got one other card. We're all the way over here though. Moon in Capricorn. Competent inner values. Cool-headedness. Why is there a huge space between this? They feel really aligned. Future planners of the known path, the beat of the metronome. Okay, so the beat of the metronome. There's a rigidity that needs to have some kind of fluidity. So let's, in that case, let's put some runes between and see what this energy is. This pathway, because look, it's opening up with all this alchemization, but somehow there's a steady beat of the metronome that's just not quite letting you have what it is that you need. So interesting. Capricorn is followed by Hod, the blind god, and Rippian. So somehow in this there's a kind of inherent need to trust the wisdom that's growing, the maturity, growing, maturing, trusting the maturing. But I'm still hearing this beat, this inability to be truly jazz fluid. I don't know where jazz fluid came from. So on this other side are two cards as well, interestingly, Helen Fair. The returning light of creative aether maker molecules. But this is fluid. I still don't understand what it is that's keeping this ticking. The only thing that's jumping out is, oh, it might be this. So, sublime things improve with time. Okay, skipping past that. Empathy overwhelms and bursts shadows, unearthing a wounded star-crossed child. I think you pick up too much on the energies of others, and it's stopping you from feeling into the truth of your energy. And then it's talking about wisdom leaving, ripped by a sudden breeze and blown off course. To ripen is to become emotionally stable, growing by knowing that all are entitled to passions without judgment. So is there a part of you that's still, that ticking is some kind of, not moral compass or judgment, but a societal framework like scaffolding. Look, the scaffolding is rigid poles. Bamboo scaffolding moves, is fluid. So we must all grow generously wise. And that somehow returns your fluid creator maker molecules. It's the only way I can see it. So let's see with the, I'm going to put some ceramics between them, because it's still not, that's still not fully clear. So here we have Yao. You see Yao, the yew tree, can die inside its trunk, and then a new shoot can come up and plump out inside the trunk. I'm seeing this image of you doing it without the trunk. Like the trunk is the scaffolding that's always been there. It's showing me this. Here is you, the yew tree, the yew tree, and here is Feor. It's the similar, they're very similar, but Feor's just got this little bit more creative fluidity that's outside the framework of the old. So there's something about moving outside the framework of your life's philosophy. Ken, sparking a new spark, a new divine sense of you. And then look, 65, Witchcraft. This is magic, this energy. This is to become this, to become the alchemist, is to receive the fluidity of the cosmic galactic messaging. That's the energy that's trying to find its way to you. And then we have the horse. I feel like the horse, because the horse one always talks about getting off the horse. Also, you can't lead a horse, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. I feel like that's what society has done. It's brought you to the water, but you don't want to drink from that water. You want to drink from something else. And so you're trying to find your way to a different source. The source is there. The source is waiting. It's so there. It's so magical. But you need to walk away from that ticking. that framework, that scaffolding that you're so used to, because that's always quenched your thirst, but you've got a new thirst almost now. So let's see. Interesting. It's Dej. It came out upside down, but not because it's in reverse. You can't reverse this rune. It came out upside down so that the energy of the dark ticking side is over here as I'm looking at it, and the light side is over here. You are, without doubt, going through a purge. Can you hear that ticking? Walk away from it. Let's see what else comes out. No more ticking. So over on the light creative fluid side is the lagoon. The cosmic ocean is winking at you. It's carrying you. It's making you... It's carrying you. You're flowing. You're floating in the ocean. It's incredible energy. And then let's have a couple here. I don't want to say really the dark side. I want to say the structured side. You see, it's interesting. You've got 44 Condal and towardness, doubting the future. But also, it's interesting on the other side. This is believing in magic. This is doubting magic. I'm not saying there's no future in doubting. It's just, it's not the future that you would make for yourself. You've got a better plan. Musical alchemy. No. Susan. Some more ceramics. I feel like one each side. So here, on the fluid side, the golden path, flowing with pure joy. And then here, Björk, which is about a renewal, a beginning, but it feels like it's coming up from the same space, the same place. It's not moved, it's not being purged. It's a repeating, ticking frequency. Let's get another one that side. Flursa, flowing. It's all about a transformation. That ticking of the societal scaffolding is so disrupting the magic. You see, this is Egoshamir. But this has been representing the notion of ancestors, but it can also sometimes be an energy. On the card, it talks about it being an energy of protection that we call around ourselves that keeps us safe, but it doesn't allow any of this fluid, wonderful energy to come through to us. It protects us, yes, from energies we don't want to have around us, but it also blocks amazing possibilities from getting through. So Susan, there's a massive energy down here of earache, of the past, of ancestral stories, hard to hear them because they're uncomfortable. They're not your stories, they're theirs. And very often the ancestors are gone now, so it's just an echo. That's gone a very long way away on the floor. I'm just going to see if there's something for this side. There we go. I'm going to go and get them now. I don't think I can reach them. So yeah, that came out when we were talking about ancestral dwellings, things that dwell in us from our ancestors. Their stories dwell in us and they often need purging. And then you have planet Earth. This is to walk a new baseline, to be solar seeded, to have an open focused reality. And then the other, oh, 3. Interesting. So again, rusted, the old pattern, trine, the beautiful new pattern, and in between them you have Mars. Do you want to action? Do you want to action it? Do you want to transform it? Do you want to be, what's the word I want? Stable and secure. The harvest after all the shadow work. That's what you want. Break through, restore this. Become lacquered with sincerity. And then you will have a natural harmonic beauty in the now. Wow. So, that's your reading, Susan. Flip to that fluidness. Move away from that static ticking. Wassail.